Dolphins set to get it started. Off we go in a tropical rain here in Tampa. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Miami offense set to go, led by 27-year-old Tua Tagovailoa. Greg, hard to believe, 6th season as the Dolphins. Quarterback.
One of the few southpaws we have playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and while he doesn't have one of the strongest arms, he makes up for it with great anticipation and pinpoint accuracy. So what it does, it allows him to throw very catchable balls. A lot of receivers do a lot of the damage after the catch, and only time's going to tell how this one plays out. But when he's on his game, they're due for a lot of points.
A first carry here for Devon Achane. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
Mike, this defense talked all week about the importance of coming out fast and starting this game the right way. And it's less about the loss of yards there on that first play and more about just setting the tone. Hey, we're going to be here all day. We're bringing it. And boy, did they ever.
And nothing doing there. Only back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be an early 3rd down coming up.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Tua. So on 4th down, it's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. Back deep for the Bucs, their speedster Trey Palmer. Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for and taken successfully. So the Buccaneers come out, and Baker Mayfield leads them out. He has found a spot to be very comfortable. The former #1 overall pick out of Oklahoma, who turned 30 in the offseason and has done a nice job with the Buccaneers the last few years.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard. That's Buccaneers in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a 1st down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
He'll go again here with Irvin. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Plays made on defense by Jordan Brooks. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7. Right back to Irvin. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Micah Fitzpatrick up to make the stop.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Got a man! It's Buccaneers complete. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
Baker gonna give it to Oven. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
2nd and 10. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Offside. Defense. The penalty is declined.
First and 10. Here comes the jet sweep. And the defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, Chase McLaughlin in for the Bucs. He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Bucs will take a 3-0 lead.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here able to put that one through.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Dolphins offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. In motion, Westbrook-Akine. They'll run here with the rookie. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 1. Tua, give it to Achane. And he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chain.
A gain of 3 on the play. And the Dolphins 1st down.
They'll stay on the ground with a 10, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He was brought down by Asante David. A gain of 8 yards. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 39-yard line.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That one too far out in front to be brought in, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Devon Achane coming out of the backfield. And it's going to be 3rd down.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Here's Jake Bailey now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready for their 2nd possession. They had the field goal on the opening drive to take the early lead. See if they can improve on it here. 3-0 is our score, and it's 1st and 10. This is Irving. Not much happening there. Just a short gain.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 19-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 9. It's Otten in motion. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
3rd and long. Baker to throw. Now, screen set up for Irving. And he's out of bounds. Up close to the 30-yard line. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a 1st down.
That's good.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball. Give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
On to the 2nd Buccaneers in possession of the football. Set to go now on 1st and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. Here's Irving. Into the secondary, past the 40. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And he'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they need 7. They'll run with Irving. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
1-yard gain. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Mayfield. Get this complete right side to Otten. And he's going to get this close to a first down, but he's out of bounds a yard short, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come. 4th down's looming. Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punch it away. And if they're going to mark this out of bounds, they are. It's out at the 1-yard line. What a kick. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. Oh. That's not going to work out at all. That is a safety. And that's the first thought in your mind, running a play from the 1. If you're the defense, trap them back behind the line, get a safety, and that's exactly what they do with the good stop there.
This is one of those situations, Mike, where the defense really understands what's coming. They know the offensive point of view is to just try to give themselves a little breathing room, move it away from the goal line, and in this case, they're able to capitalize, make the tackle for loss, and it leads to the safety.
So now, after the safety, here comes a free kick from the 20-yard line. On the return is Tucker. And he'll be taken down as the next drive will begin there. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Brought down just shy of midfield. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
And the Buccaneers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
They'll run it. It's Irvin, and he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
He finds Mr. Reliable, Mike Evans. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down. Now Baker keeping it on the zone read. They finally get him down, but not before he brings it to the 4-yard line. It is a big play for the Buccaneers. 35 yards.
And this is why you tailor your offense around a guy like this. I mean, every once in a while, mix in some design runs. He's got such game-changing ability with the ball in his hands, and here, he rips off a big one.
Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ball at the 3, 2nd down, and goal. They'll go backward, taken down at the 6.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
Back at the 6-yard line, what can they do on 3rd and goal? From the gun, it's Mayfield. He'll try. Good blocking, and he's in. Baker Mayfield. Touchdown, Tampa. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Buccaneers add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Dolphins offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. And he'll get this up to the 44. Levante David doing his work on defense.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
A shotgun snap for Tua. He's got his man. It's Hill. First grab of the game for Tyreek, and he's got a 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Miami.
And after being shut down in the opening quarter, he makes his first catch here with that one, and they're going to need to continue to build off this if they plan on leaving here today with a win.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Here's Tungo Vailoa. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass. Because the quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. Now a 3rd and 2. We'll try to pick this up with the jet sweep. This will not stop them behind the line. 4th down coming up. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout as they'll discuss what's to come. as fourth down was looming. In motion, Westbrook Akine. Open man, right side. He's got it. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. 24-yard pickup as they convert on fourth down. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their second. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Dolphins.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit. The world, he's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
They're going to try to run it in, and he's not going to get in. Decision to go for two doesn't pay off. Unable to cut any further into the deficit. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Now it's Bucky Irving to return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Buccaneers offense headed back to take over once more. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Now Mayfield over the middle. That's Godwin.
Complete to Chris Godwin. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. On the ground, it's Irvin. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
A short one there to Otten. Now Miami going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. It's Riley Dixon coming on now as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The Dolphins offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. To throw is Tua. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And they're going to mark him down right at the going to use their final timeout here, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll bring Waller in motion here. Out of the pistol, here's Tua. This one pulled in by Westbrook-Akine. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
The drag route is certainly... the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made...
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Tua going to get him to the line. Quickly.
A loss of 11 yards. And it's
Hill. In motion.
3rd and 14.
3rd and long. Here's Tua. Pushed out to his left. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for Miami. A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here in our thankfully dry studios in Orlando. That's obviously not the case at the stadium, where the rain continues to play a factor in this game. Who will take better advantage of it in the second half?
Factor here as we get back underway in the second half. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. They'll begin with 1st and 10. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On 2nd down, a run with Irvin. Peeling forward for maybe a yard. And Bradley Chubb, they're on the stop.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
3rd and 2. Here we go. Right back to Irving. This will not do the trick. They've stopped them behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Well, what looked like an advantage for the offense, Mike, facing 2nd and short now, has turned into a win for the defense. Back-to-back stops for a loss. It brings up 4th down.
The Buccaneers getting their punter out there.
For Tampa Bay.
This fielded inside the 35. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50. Set up the offense with a short field. The Dolphins offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. In motion was Bokin. They'll give on the ground, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
And he's into the end zone. Come on, 8-10. Touchdown, Dolphins. He had the touchdown run earlier. Now add a TD reception. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
Jason Sanders on for the point after. The kick is good. And the Dolphins have taken the lead by a point here in the 3rd.
Buccaneers 12.
With the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. On the return is Sean Tucker. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Buccaneers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The deficit is 1, as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. They'll begin 1st and 10. It's Otten in motion. Baker gonna give it to Irvin, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
On 2nd down, Baker will try to hit him with a screen. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
3rd and long. It's Otten in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield.
And all of these downs, they're all tied together. Decisions made on 1st and 2nd down are what led to that result on 3rd. They were forced into an obvious passing situation on 3rd and long, and this pass rush is able to just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback.
And now here comes the punt team, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Now a fair catch is taken here, just short of the 45-yard line. The Dolphins offense about ready to take over once more. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's A-10. Finding space inside the 40. Inside the 20. And he's got another one. Devon A-10. Touchdown, Miami. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. That was some kind of run, Greg. We saw him break a tackle and then use his elusiveness to get to the end zone for the score.
Mike, for me, it's all watching his feet. I mean, look at him work. His ability to make guys miss in the open field is special. And I'll tell you what, that play, that was something to watch.
Now Sanders on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Dolphins are going to open up the lead to 8.
Buccaneers 12.
The career is my estate when you win your prime. That paper, baby, my face on the dotted line. I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind. It's like always, they just want a piece of mind. I've been focused on the future.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. To return is Tucker. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense ready to take over once again. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Start on the ground, trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Off the play fake. It's Mayfield. That's caught left side by Otten. Well, it's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down, and it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice game.
They send Godwin in motion. Mayfield to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. Good pick up of 16 on that screen play and a 1st down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
A give. This is Irving. Putting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3.
4 yards on the
placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. It's Otten in motion. We'll go again here with Irvin. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
It was clear this offseason this was an area of emphasis. They wanted to continue to fortify the interior of this defensive line, and with this young player, they think they've got themselves a good one.
Here's 3rd and 7. Throwing is Mayfield. Pass thrown deep for Godwin. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. Devon Achane ready to take the field with the rest of his Miami offensive teammates. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. The bootleg, here's Tua. That one out wide to Achane. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
2nd and 1 now from the 21. Run the draw with Achane. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Tua now on 3rd down. He's got room past the 25. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Dolphins 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. They'll bring Waller in motion here. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 7. On the ground, here's Gordon to start the 4th. Neomatic only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. It's caught. It's Westbrook-Akine. And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. And that'll be enough for a first down.
An 8-yard pickup.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
Tua, gonna give it to Achane, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Tua. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Big-time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a two-possession ball game here in the fourth quarter. Massive third down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Here's a designed run. He'll try to run for it. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Dolphins.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Here's Tua now on 2nd down. To the outside, he's got Waddle.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
It's 3rd and 4. A run with the fullback in goal. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Alec Ingold. Touchdown, Dolphins. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Sanders here for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Dolphins will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Buccaneers 12.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Irving now on the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Perfect. And they'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3. They send Evans in motion. 2nd down throw from Mayfield. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
On first down, here's Irvin. And he'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And he let him a bit too much. That pass is incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Bucky Irving. 3rd down coming up.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll go. Mayfield. And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush that leads to a turnover on down.
So as an offensive coordinator, you have to have answers for what the defense throws at you. And in this case, your quarterback is sitting back there. He has nowhere to go with the ball on 4th down. He ends up taking the sack, and now your drive is over.
Devon Achane ready to take the field with the rest of his Miami offensive teammates. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. A run out of the gun with Achane. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll fake the handle. Now, Tua. That's caught downfield by Waddle. They get 21 on that one. 1st down, Miami.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock without a stop. Their opponent's not going to get the ball.
The elusiveness on display there. Nifty footwork setting up 1st and goal.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign.
And he's into the end zone yet again. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Miami. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Now Sanders on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Dolphins are able to extend the lead.
Dolphins 34, Buccaneers 12.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. On the return, here comes Tucker. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
At the 25-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, it is 2nd and 9. They'll send a tight end in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. Short throw there, pulled in by Evans. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. Now the Bucs will take their first time out, and will take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run with Irving. And he proves tough to bring down. Good running across midfield. A gain of 8 that time.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. Now Mayfield. Pass thrown deep for Godwin. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
And while this one is all but over, these guys aren't going to let up one bit. They have a lot of pride in their performance, Mike. And just because they had this big lead, they're not going to give you anything easy here down the stretch.
On 3rd down, it's Irving. This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. And he's going to have a Bucs 1st down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive.
19 yards.
Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their second. Clock will stop with 35 seconds to go.
At the 31-yard line.
They send Godwin in motion. On first down is Mayfield. Over the middle, that's Godwin. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. The Buccaneers forced to use their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Mayfield to throw on first and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
To throw is Mayfield. Throw on the run is complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
So a win here for the visiting Dolphins. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm, but they would not let the field or the conditions deter them in any way. They're going to come away from here with a well-earned victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.